Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we're gonna work with the Pretty Lily embossing folder, 3D embossing folder from Crafter's Companion. I had done in my previous video the English Rose, and today I wanted to try this one. I don't know if we're gonna do a complete project, but I do know that I want to cut a lot of the flowers out in white and then use ink and stuff and different mediums to kind of like decorate them a little bit. We'll see how it goes, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and cut them out and then we can emboss them together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have them cut and now we could place it in the embossing folder, and this takes a little bit of time. I'm gonna run the big flowers first, then the smaller ones, and then we'll do the leaves. I've discovered when I try to do it all together, for some reason I shift them. It's not any flaw of the machine, it's not anything with the embossing folder, it's like really just me. So maybe someday off camera I will try it like that. Okay, I'm gonna put two more. And then the last one here. Okay, so I'm gonna run this one through first. And I'm using my Sizzix BigKick. Okay. Look how pretty. This is pretty thick cardstock, and I kind of like the way they look. Okay, let's do the smaller ones now. Okay. Let's put that one there. And there. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's put that one there, and maybe we could put a couple of these guys in. Number 3 in. Alrighty. And now let's press that down. Bring this back. That one through as well, and then all we have left to do is the leaves. So I'm just gonna flip these guys over. All very pretty. I didn't make these white because I just figured it would just be easier to leave the leaves as it is in the green color. Okay. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. And we are just about done with that. Okay, so we have all of those done, and they came out very nice. Okay, I'm gonna go get some inks and maybe some paint, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the first one I'm gonna do is the yellow. So I have mustard seed and fossilite. This is amber. I don't know if I'm going to use them both, but I'm going to start off with mustard seed. And I'm working on a glass mat, so it's going to help me blend the colors better. Okay. Okay, so we have that, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue them together. And I'm first gonna see how I want this to go, and I think I want it to go, it's really like you have to step back and look at it. See, like that it looks off. Maybe like that. Okay, let's glue that on. Okay, and we're just gonna, oh, it went off again, you see? Okay, well, I guess that's the way it's gonna go. Okay, let's let that one dry. And now we can go ahead and do one of the other colors. Let me do the pink one. And this one I am going to do in the lighter pink. Let me get... Okay, one more. Okay, so we have those. And let me go ahead and glue it and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our purple. And almost done. Okay, so I have done the purple as well. Now we got too bright in here. I'll close the window, or I mean the shade, so you guys can see it better. I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully we can see better now, at least a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna start off with the yellow one. So I'm gonna use water color paints for this. And I'm gonna use this like kind of coppery color. And I need my water. I'm gonna spray that one. And I'm gonna start just to move that around. You want it pretty wet. And then you can start tapping. Let me add some more paint. Yep, that was a little too much, but it is what it is. We gotta go with it. And then for this one, the little stamen, I'm gonna go ahead with the same copper color and I'm just gonna paint the top. And one more. Okay, and now we can set those off to dry. So if you look, it has like kind of speckles now. So we got that one done. Clean my brush. Clean our surface. And now we can move on to the next one. So for this one, I'm really going to move this one out the way because I don't want it to get damaged. Let's bring in our pink. And for the pink, I want to use, do we want to do pink or maybe black? Let's do some black. Let's do it here so I can see better. Spray. So we have that. And we're just gonna pick some water up and test. Okay. Okay, so we have that one. All the little speckles. And now we can take care of the purple one. Which So I'm really going to clean that one out now. And then for this one, we can use the acrylic paint. And I did have another brush here, so let's go ahead and use that one. Okay, so far that was my favorite technique. I think that one is the one that looks the best. And now I'm gonna just let them dry, and then we can come and start assembling everything. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna use some dies from the layout collection to make our card, which I wasn't going to make a card, but I always say I'm not, and then I always end up making one. Okay, so I figured we can add 2 tags right here with the sentiment, and then maybe put another color of these down. Maybe one on the top too. And then we can add our leaves and stuff to finish it off. And I thought if we're going to make the card base white, then I would use the embossing folder just to add some texture. So let me get another piece of card and we'll get this going. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's cut some dies first. We're just gonna go ahead and put these through. So I'm gonna do the large layer in black, and then the smaller one in white, and then we'll be stamping our sentiment on that. So I'm gonna run that through first, and then we'll continue. Okay. All right. So we have our 2 layers, and we're gonna go something like that. And then we can add our flowers around it. Okay, so now we're gonna emboss our white card. Let me see if that's gonna fit. I can trim it down afterwards. Okay. Run that one through. Okay, that was hard. Okay, so we have our butterflies. Very pretty. And we can put that there. So it's just gonna add texture. And I'll trim it down and maybe make another layer in black for the bottom. So then that'll go there. And our flowers will go around it. And of course we'll put our leaves. And we'll do something like that. Okay, I want to see what strip I'm going to add to the bottom, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we can start gluing some of this stuff together, and then we can stamp our sentiment. I kind of like that side too, but let's go with the other side. I'm probably going to trim this thing down a little bit. I think it's too big. Okay. I'm going to flip it over. And we have that. Let me trim this down. Okay. And then we can put this one on here. I'm going to trim the white card down a little bit. I think I have it too big. Yeah, I think that's better. Perfect. So we have that. And now we can glue these guys down. I mean, I think I would have done yellow instead, but since it's already done, I'm just going to finish it off as it is. And since the whole point was to use the flowers, that's what we're going to concentrate on. Okay. Let's stamp our sentiment and then we'll keep going. Perfect. Okay. Let's clean that off. And I'll put that back in a second. Okay, let's glue this panel down. And now it's basically figuring out where we want to place everything. Okay. So I figured something like that. All right, let's just go for it. I think in this case I would have popped it up on foam tape, but So maybe we'll do something like that. And then we could put our leaves in between. Gotta curl these a little more down. Let's see, in this one, I think we'll put this way. And just hold it there for a second. And then we could do our last one down here. Okay. And now we can glue these down. I would have actually like inked the edges a little bit. And I'm still gonna form these guys a little bit also. So we can kind of pop them in different places. Put this one here. Okay. Just trying to see where it's gonna look best. I think right there. Okay. And we're gonna add 2 more to the top. So it's gonna be 5 leaves, so it's an uneven number. I kind of like the uneven numbers best. So we're gonna put one there. And maybe one up here. Okay, and now on this side, so we have our finished card. Now we can add little gems here. We could have put some ribbon somewhere, maybe a bow, but I think that it's like there's a lot going on already. So maybe just a couple of gems, and maybe we'll use some gold ones since that's what I have at hand. Maybe we'll use let me see what size. Maybe there. Or maybe all the way on the side. What looks best to you? Let's put that one. What the heck? Okay. We could do it to the other side, but with all the stuff going on here, it's probably going to get lost. So, that is our card. You can border this with ink if you want. I will actually have popped it up and maybe even added some gems to the middle of these guys. Maybe, I don't know, it may be too much. Yeah, I kind of like that. Something like that. Anyway, that's my card for today. I never make cards with a lot of stuff like this, but yeah, sometimes it's fun to step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes seeing a mix and matching things and popping stuff up works. So that's our card. I would definitely give this in person because look at the height of the flowers, and I would have popped that up. I think it would look good, and maybe with like a gold layer instead of the black, but live and learn. That's our card. I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.